Welcome to the Nursing Dose with your host, Dr. Fair Laurent. Today, I want to dive in about nursing interviews, particularly what not to wear to your next nursing interview. So, I had a lot of nurses reach out to me recently about what to wear during interviews. And I actually also help my own clients that I work with really strategize about what outfits to wear to their interviews, both online, virtual interviews, and in person. So, this is why I decided to come on here today and share some tips. And again, I'm no fashion icon, but I have some tips for you. Okay. So, let's get into it. For those who don't know me, I've been a nurse for over 20 years. I help new nurses in the California and New York area land their dream job in less than 90 days, making up to 175K. That's right, as new nurses. Okay. I also am a nurse architect because I help build your career, build your personal brand, and also help aspiring nurse entrepreneurs build their business. Okay. So that's a little bit about me. Let's get into it. If you have any questions, comments, put it in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from, what city, what country, and let's get into it. So I have three main tips. Okay. The very first tip that I have is do not look outdated in your interview, right? Do not wear clothing that is old and outdated. Don't show up to an interview giving grandma vibes, okay? And I'm serious about this. I don't know who told you, professionalism has to look a particular way. So, what not to wear, I would say, is an outdated suit that just looks really old, that doesn't fit correctly. And this is why I always tell my clients make sure that you invest in an outfit and make sure that you get it before your interview so you're not scrambling, right? Last minute when they say, hey, we want to interview you next week. And now you're out going shopping, not sure what to wear. So prepare in advance, okay? And then the other thing about the suits that I want to talk about, right? You don't even necessarily, number one, have to even wear a suit, right? But we're always kind of programmed that in order to look professional, that you have to wear a suit. So that's not necessarily true. But if you like suits, you feel confident in wearing a suit, then I say go ahead and do it because there are some really nice suits out there that will help you stand out. So, the number one tip that I'll say is do not wear black, navy blue, or gray because you're going to just look like everybody else. And we're going to get into that in just a minute. But, that's what I wanted to say. And then on the first tip, and also, please do not show up to your interview in scrubs. I've seen this before as a director of nursing where I interviewed people and they showed up to the interview in scrubs. Okay, so maybe you're working another job or whatever the case is. Please take some time before your interview to get ready somewhere and change into your interview outfit. Okay, it only takes a few minutes. So make sure that, like I said, you look up to date with your outfit, that you invested some time and money in your outfit so that you can go there and turn heads. You literally want to be able to stand out. If you do not take care of your appearance and then the way you show up, it's going to look like it's going to reflect in your work ethic, right? And that's just the way people think. It's just first impressions, right? So, like I said, take the time to invest in a really good looking outfit because it's a first impression and it's a reflection of yourself and also your work ethic. And remember, you're there because you want the job. So, you want to be able to stand out and make a really good impression. So if you show up in an outfit that's well put together, well thought out, you're going to stand out. Okay. And that's really the highlight of, you know, the number one. Don't look outdated, because you want to look relevant and you want to look fresh and clean, right? When you show up to your interview, and you want to smell good. Let's not forget about that, right? You want to take a shower. Okay. I don't know. There's been a lot of stuff out there about so-called people's research saying all types of crazy stuff, but please take a shower daily, 2-3 times a day, whatever you got to do to smell good. Okay. So we're going to get into some other tips in just a moment, but number one tip was, do not look outdated. Don't wear a grandma looking suit that doesn't fit you, right? If you have to get a specifically tailored suit, then go ahead and invest in that, right? And again, it doesn't have to be a suit. You can wear a dress. You can wear a dress with a nice blazer. And if you're going to wear a dress, I suggest making sure that it's not, you know, a crazy looking, too tightly fitted dress. You want to make sure that it's professional. It's not see-through. It's not showing too, you know, cleavage, that it's, you know, professional looking, and that, you know, some of your arms are covered up, whatever, you know, that looks like for you. Okay. But I've had clients that have wore dresses and like a blazer over it or something like that. And that's another way to stand out. Okay. So that's number one. Number two, I always say this, do not look like everybody else. So again, that's back to my point about color. You don't want to be bland, right? Because if you're too bland, you're too boring, you're just going to blend in with everybody else. And that's not what we want. Because when you're going to the interview, you want to make sure that you literally stand out. So one of my clients, I talk about her a lot recently. She got an L&D position, and we worked on her outfit. She wore an all green suit with some nice gold accessories and stuff like that. And she was like, Farah, you're right. She's like, I showed up to the group. It was like a group panel style interview. And she's like, everybody was wearing black. And she was the only one wearing a green suit. So number one, green, right? If you're showing up in a different color, in a bold, vibrant color, of course, what is that going to say about you? It's going to say that you're confident, that you're not afraid to show up, right? And you're going to be seen and you're going to be visible. So, of course, she got the job because, you know, I helped her prepare for the interview and all of that. But again, it is so important. So, how do you stand out, right? How do you stand out and not look like everybody else? The simplest thing is color. And right now, again, like I said, I'm no fashionista or whatever, but you know, 2025, I did some research, of course, before I came on here. And the colors that are in are really bold and vibrant colors. So if you've been following my journey, I talked about this early on. When I was new, you know, early on in my career, I wore really neutral, muted colors. And then when I, you know, started to kind of move more into myself and expressing myself more and being more me, I was like, I need to do more color, right? So color is one way. And like I said, 2025, it's all about bold colors. So a couple colors I looked up were forest green. So I mentioned green. Turquoise, burgundy is another one. And some pastel colors. Okay. And a few of my favorites, and I'm going to actually show you the colors. I have it right here, is orange. So I've realized that orange is one of my favorite colors to wear because when I wear it, I feel like it's vibrant on me and my skin tone, and it helps me kind of pop. Okay. So this is orange. So you can wear something like that. Another nice color on some people would be like this pink, right? This pastel pink. And one of my favorites is cobalt blue, right? So this blue looks really good on a lot of people. And blue is one of the most liked colors, most trusted colors, because there's a lot of color psychology if you look it up. Um, so blue, I always recommend to people to wear, whether it's like a baby blue, a cobalt blue, but blue is an excellent interview color to wear. Just make sure that you consult with someone when you go shopping so that they can really look and see what color looks best on your skin tone. Okay. So that's one way to stand out so you don't look like everybody else. And then obviously another way is to accessorize, right? Have really nice accessories, something that shows your personality. A lot of people ask, like, should I wear makeup or should I not wear makeup? So for all my ladies out there, absolutely wear makeup. But I say that I'm not somebody who knows how to do makeup very well. I just do very simple. But I would say invest in a makeup artist, especially if you really want this job. Because when you look better, so like when your hair is done and you look really good with your makeup, you're essentially going to feel more confident, right? And then research shows that people who look good, and this is, hair, makeup, attire, all that stuff, they typically get hired for the position. And not only do they get hired, they typically get more money. So absolutely invest in a makeup artist if you're not really good with makeup. And I'm not talking about, like, you don't have to go over there during the daytime wearing full glam with, like, crazy lashes and uh crazy eyeliner, right? But you could do a soft glam look so you look polished, right? And again, like I said, it's going to translate to you to be more confident when they're asking you the questions and things like that. Okay. And then you're just going to feel better about yourself when you look better. So that's my other tip. Do not look like everybody else. All right. Yeah. And then also, we're going to talk about accessories next. So number 3, what not to wear, I always say, is like, leave your raggedy accessories behind. What am I talking about? You might have like a favorite bag or purse or something, but it's seen better days, like it's fallen apart. Please do not bring that to your interview, right? Invest in a nice bag, preferably something that matches your outfit, something colorful, something that, I've actually gotten a couple compliments on this one bag that I had. It had like a bow on it and it was really professional. And I used to bring it to interviews. And most of the times they'd be like, oh, I really like that bag. Because I would pull out my portfolio, my resumes out of there, whatever. Another thing is, like, you can have really nice accessories in terms of like writing, like a really nice notebook or a nice pen. It makes a difference. Okay. So definitely in terms of accessories, make sure that you invest in your accessories. Okay. So if this is resonating with you, please let me know. Put 1 in the comments and let me know if there's maybe a story that you have where you wore something that was great or something that did not go so well in the interview. Please share anything like that in the comments, or what you found that helps you feel more confident during interviews. Another thing with number 3, with the accessories, right? Be careful what shoes you wear, because some people, for example, are not comfortable wearing heels. So if you're not comfortable wearing heels, but you think you're going to look cute with your outfit and heels, but you can't walk in the heels, you have no business walking in heels to your interview, especially like really high heels, because you might just fall down, right? Or hurt yourself before you get there. And then you're going to look all wobbly. Okay, it sounds silly, but these are things to talk about, right? You might want to wear maybe something comfortable like wedges or something like that. Right? And maybe also, closed toe shoes. It's a little better. What else would I want to talk about with that? Yeah, I think I covered mostly the accessories and like the main things. Okay. The other thing that I will add to this is the most important thing is literally, and it sounds cliche, but wear your confidence, right? If you're not confident during the interview, you most likely will not get the job. 100%. The person who is most qualified sometimes will not get the position if they cannot articulate their value, if they don't communicate with confidence, and if their mannerisms do not exude confidence, right? So you can be the best candidate on paper, have all the certifications, all the degrees, but if you can't even maintain a conversation by looking someone in the eye, maintaining eye contact, being very comfortable, having just a flow of conversation. And it could be because you're nervous, right? But they may look at that and be like, wow, like if we're trying to hire this person as a nurse, especially a new nurse, if you're just entering the nursing field, they're going to start questioning, like, how is this person going to interact with families? How are they going to interact with patients? How are they going to interact when it's an emergency situation and they have to advocate, right? That's what they're thinking. So communication is extremely important, and also confidence. And how do you exude that confidence during an interview? It's by, number one, being prepared. So, like I said, I help my clients down to the point of what to wear, coaching them through how to do an interview pitch, which is that very first question that they ask, like, tell me about yourself. So, from that very moment, and just how you enter the room, how you interact with the interviewers, whether it's a panel, virtually, or in person, if you are prepared, you will definitely slay the interview and answer those questions with confidence and communicate with confidence, right? And you need to have that charisma, the enthusiasm. And even if you're a little bit more introverted and shy, you can still exude those qualities. It just comes with preparation, right? And you can't just go to the interview thinking you're just going to wing it and, you got this, you're just going to wing it. It's not going to work. You have to definitely prepare. And that's what I do with my clients. We go through behavioral style questions, clinical style questions, and really just little tips on how to really connect with the interviewer, what questions to ask, what not to ask. So if you want to learn how to slay your interview and how to land that dream role, definitely reach out to me. Or maybe you're someone who's watching, you're like, you know what? I haven't even gotten to the interview stage. Like, I can't even get past the screening with the recruiters, right? Or maybe you're not even getting called by recruiters because you can't even get past the resume and cover letter stage. Well, if you can't get past that, then there's something wrong with your resume or your cover letter. You're either the formatting is wrong, maybe the keywords, and it's just not structured properly for you to actually start getting these interviews. So I actually worked with another nurse. Her name was Brittany in the California area. And when I first started working with her, she told me that she put in over 200 applications and she just was not getting interviews. And she really wanted to work in mother baby, and she almost gave up on that and just wanted any job. She was like just desperate for any job. And I was like, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to settle. We are going to get you a mother baby position. And that's what we did. Literally about a month of us working together, she was able to get an interview within a month, and they gave her a same day offer. And again, this is in California. So again, with her, we even talked about what to wear, what not to wear, what to say, what not to say, all that stuff that comes with interviewing. Because guess what? If you get to the interview stage, guess what? They want to hire you. So all you have to do is go in there and prove that you're the right candidate. They want to give you the job, right? But if you're going in there looking like everybody else, sounding like everybody else, you're on a panel interview, everybody's wearing black, you're not going to be memorable, right? But let's say there's a panel of 10 and you're over here with your cobalt blue suit, looking fly, fresh, ready to answer and confident, or in your, all green suit, you're literally going to stand out and you're going to be memorable. Okay. So this is what I wanted to talk to you today about. So thanks, Darlene, for showing up. Darlene came to the conference, the Nurses Making Money Moves conference, which has now changed to Nurses Making Business Moves, and it's happening next March again, 2026. So shout out to Darlene. She has an upcoming workshop called the Joy Reset. So definitely check that out. I believe it's June 19th. So please connect with her, check her out. And I hope this was helpful for you guys, because I've had so many nurses reach out to me to ask me about these particular topics, about what to wear, what not to wear during interviews. And again, quick recap. Number one, if you missed the beginning, just watch the replay. And then please subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Nursing Dose with Farah. Please subscribe to my newsletters. I have one called The New Bold Nurse and the other one called Nurses Making Money Moves. And then also you can go to my website, nursefarah.com, check out some of the stuff I have there. And you can also subscribe to my newsletter there as well. So if you missed the beginning, the very first tip was do not wear outdated attire, right? Don't wear outdated clothing. Make sure that it fits correctly. Make sure that you invest in something that you're going to feel confident in so that you interview confidently, okay? Number two is do not look bland and do not blend in with everybody else, right? So that means bringing in some color. There's also like color blocking that you can do. And again, like I said, I'm no fashion expert. However, you can, find a personal stylist or go somewhere where they're going to help you with your outfit so that it fits right, it looks right. You wear the correct color for your skin tone so they match it up nicely. Invest in doing your hair, makeup so that you look super nice when you go so you can be confident. Okay. What else? Oh yeah. And do not wear scrubs, please, to your interview. We talked about that already. And then number three, please leave your raggedy old accessories behind. Make sure that you bring a nice, fashionable bag that you can keep your resumes in or whatever. Something else that I tell my clients to do is to do a brag folder, right? So again, like I said, if you want to stand out in your next interview, not just stand out, like land that dream role and get a same day offer or a same week offer, because that's what my clients do. We don't play games, right? We get the offer. Then you definitely want to DM me, message me. I only work with a certain amount of nurses a month, and I'm currently accepting nurses to come into my one-on-one coaching program, especially if you are in the New York or California area. I'm currently accepting new graduate nurses, and I know it's graduation season and you are out there looking for your dream role. So definitely contact me. I am a nurse career coach, AKA the nurse architect. And also, if you are an aspiring nurse entrepreneur that wants to start a business or wants to grow your personal brand so that you can attract more opportunities, more clients, whether it's speaking, writing a book, getting on more podcasts to be more visible, definitely contact me. I also have a mastermind, a business mastermind that's happening July 31st. to August 3rd in Clearwater Beach, Florida. I have 2 spots left. If you want those details, DM me or just simply put business mastermind when you message me. All right, so that's it for me. I hope this was helpful and I will catch you next time. I might come on tomorrow live with another topic, but definitely you can catch me every single week I'm here. I go live at least 3 times or more a week, sharing different tips for nurses to grow in their nursing career, to land their dream roles, and also to start or launch your business or grow your business and personal brand. All right. So my name is Dr. Farah. Thank you again for watching. Until next time, have a great day. Take care. Bye.